Hello everyone. In the last video, I have discussed about the chapter vectors. In the last video, we have seen that in the vectors, there are many things. Firstly, that we have discussed about the scalar quantity. The scalar quantity are those quantity which are magnitude only. Second, we have discussed about the vector quantity, the quantity which have both magnitude as well as direction. Next, we have discussed about the representation of a vector and the magnitude of a vector. Vector can be represented by an arrow on the head of an vector. Okay, and magnitude can be represented by taking the mod. Now next is polar vector. This is very important because it was repeated in your previous year examination, that what is the polar and what is axial vector. So the polar vector are a vector which have a starting or a point of application. It's called a polar vector. And axial vector are those vectors which represent in the rotation effect. Okay. Next, we have discussed about the unit vector. Unit vector can be denoted by a cap, and the magnitude of unit vector give always one. So unit vector means whose magnitude is always one, and unit vector is used to find the direction of a vector. As we know that the vector have both magnitude and direction, so vector is equal to the magnitude into direction. Now we find the direction is equal to vector upon magnitude. So the a cap is equal to the a vector upon mod a vector. Now, next we have seen a numerical that how we can find a vector. We have taken a vector as 2i plus 3j minus 5k. Now, the mod of the vector, how we can find the mod of vector? So, the mod of vector is under root of the coefficient of I square, coefficient of I cap whole square, plus coefficient of j cap whole square, plus coefficient of k cap whole square. Overall, on solving, we will get under root 38. Now, we put in the formula of a cap. A cap is a unit vector, and unit vector as formula a vector upon mod a vector. So we will get a value 2i upon under root 38 plus 3j upon under root 38 minus 5 upon under root 38k. So this was the modulus of a vector. Now we have seen that in the x-axis there is a unit vector which is equal to I cap. In y-axis there is a unit vector which is equal to j cap, and in z-axis uh, vector which is equal to k cap. Okay, remember one thing, a vector can be represented if any one of the three I, j or k term is present. Suppose 3i minus 2j plus 5k is a vector. A equal to minus 1i is also vector. A equal to minus 2j is also vector. A equal to minus under root 2 3k is also vector. But if any one of the three term is not present, like in that, so it is not a vector. Okay, for a vector you have to be a direction in the expression, means any of the term I, j or k. Next is we see the null vector. Null vector is a vector which have a magnitude of 0 and equal vector. Equal vector means two vectors are said to be equal if they have the same direction and they have the same magnitude. Next one is your negative of a vector. Negative of a vector means if you take the direction opposite to that vector, so we call this as a negative of a vector. And next is our collinear vector. Collinear vector means which are in the same direction, so that those vectors are known as collinear vector. Co-planar vector means those vectors which are on the same plane, and co-initial vector means which have the same initial point. Okay. Next we have discussed some other vector. Orthogonal vector is very important. Orthogonal vector means in which both have angle equal to 90 degree, and orthonormal vector in which both have angle equal to 90 degree and both are to be a unit vector, means they both have magnitude of 1. Now next we have proved the triangle law of vector addition. This is very important because it was repeated 5 to 6 times in your previous year examination. Okay, remember this one. And the parallelogram law of vector addition. So what is a triangle law of vector addition? According to this statement, if two vector can be represented by the two sides of a triangle taken in the same order, then the resultant can be given by the third side of a triangle. So that resultant, the value of that resultant is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now we have seen in the we have seen the proof of that one. And next we have discussed about the parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, that both are your important for your exam points of view. Now next is our polygon law of vector addition. So polygon law of vector addition is not so much important. If you get a question, so you will get only one number question from there. Okay. Polygon law of vector addition is simple. That if number of vectors are represented by the sides of an open polygon taken in the same order, then their resultant is represented by the closing side of the polygon. Okay. Remember one thing: the direction, that AD. Okay, the direction is from the starting the end point of the starting vector and the final point of the last vector. Okay, so that was your polygon law of vector addition. Now come to the next part, that was your resolution of a vector. So today our topic is resolution of a vector, how a vector can be resolved. Resolution of a vector. Now you can see here, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. A vector is there, which is at angle theta with the x-axis. Okay. Now, I am doing the construction. I am taking this side. I am constructing this side. Okay. Now, give the name to these points O, A, O, P, Q, R. Okay. Now, that component is here AX and that component is AY. Okay. So, now in triangle OPQ, in triangle OPQ, what is sine theta? Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. And what is perpendicular? The angle, the side opposite to theta is known as the perpendicular. So what is the side opposite to theta? That was your PQ. And what is hypotenuse? OP. The value of OP is A vector, and the value of PQ. PQ is similar. PQ is parallel to AY. So I will take AY. Okay. So AY equal to A sine theta. That means the component in the y-axis equal to the A sine theta. Next one, in triangle OPQ, same. You can take the same in triangle OPQ. So cos theta is equal to the base upon hypotenuse. So what is base here? Base is and hypotenuse is OP. So what is base? AX, and OP is A vector. So AX is equal to the A sine theta. Sorry, A cos theta. So that was the resolution of vector. Means the side with the theta is represented by the A cos theta, and the side which is perpendicular or which is not with the theta can be represented by A sin theta. Okay. Wait 1 minute. Now, one of the previous year question on the basis of that resolution of vector is, it is a very short answer type question. Huh? So if A equal to I cap plus J cap, so what is the angle? What is the angle? What is the angle between the vector and the x-axis? Between vector and the x-axis and the x-axis. Now see, what is the given? A equal to I plus J. A equal to I cap plus J cap. Means it have I cap coefficient is 1, J cap coefficient is 1. means it is moving 1 meter in x direction and it is moving 1 unit. Okay, unit 1 unit in x direction. Now that was vector a vector which is at angle theta. So what is the magnitude of vector a? So a vector has magnitude under root of 1 whole square plus under root of 1 whole square, which is equal to under root of 2. So we know that ax equal to a cos theta. You can take the mode. So cos theta equal to ax upon mod a. So ax is 1 and mod a is under root 2. Okay. So cos theta is equal to under 1 upon root 2. Whose I value 1 upon root 2 in cos theta? Cos 45. Cos pi by 4. So theta equal to your pi by 4. As cos theta equal to cos pi by 4. So theta equal to pi by 4 is your answer. Okay. Now one more previous year question is, when two right angle two right angled vectors of magnitude two right angle vectors of magnitude 7 and 24 units combined, what is the magnitude of their resultant? What is the magnitude of their resultant? What is the magnitude of their resultant? Now see what is given. The two vector have magnitude 7 and 24. Let I am taking this as p vector. P vector has magnitude of 7 unit and q vector has magnitude of 24 unit. And the angle between them is 90 degree. So what is the resultant of resultant formula? We know that resultant formula is p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. 2pq cos theta. Theta is 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. So that term will be 0. So under root 7 square plus under root 24 square. We know that 7 square is 49 and 24 square is 576. So overall you will get 625 as answer. So your answer will be 25. Okay. Now see next question. These all are the short answer type question. Huh? Next question is your, if P equal to 2i plus 4j plus 14k and Q equal to 4i plus 4j plus 10k, find the magnitude of find the magnitude of P plus Q. Okay. Now before that, see here how two vector can be added. Let you have two vectors, a vector equal to axi cap plus ayj cap plus azk cap, and b vector equal to bxi cap, byj cap, and bz k cap. Now if you have to find a vector plus b vector, so how you can find the a vector plus b vector? So a vector is ax, you can add only I cap with I cap term. So ax plus bx I cap, you have to add only j term with the j term, j cap coefficient with j cap coefficient. So ay plus by j cap. Next one, az plus bz k cap will be your answer. So a vector plus b vector is equal to ax plus bx I cap, ay plus by j cap plus az plus bz k cap will be your answer. Okay. Now similarly you can find the subtraction of a two vector. So two vector can be subtracted only by their ith term, jth term, and kth term. Only ith term will be subtracted by ith term. Only jth term will be subtracted by jth term, and only kth term is subtracted by kth term. A minus b is ax minus bx I cap plus ay minus by j cap plus az minus bz k cap. So that was your two, the addition of a vector and the subtraction of a vector. Now come to the question. Question is given that P is 2i plus 4j plus 14k and Q is 4i plus 14j plus 10k, and you have to find the magnitude of P plus Q. P vector plus Q vector. Okay. So what is P vector plus Q vector? P vector plus Q vector means you have to add 2i plus 4j plus 14k with 4i plus 4j plus 10k. Now add ith term with the ith term. So 2i plus 4i is equal to 6i. 4j plus 4j is equal to 8j. 14k plus 10k is equal to 24k. Now you have to find the magnitude of that vector. So find the magnitude of p vector plus q vector. So magnitude of p vector plus q vector is under root of ith term whole square. What is coefficient of ith term? 6 whole square plus coefficient of k term whole square means 8 whole square. Coefficient, sorry, that was j term whole square plus coefficient of k term whole square. So 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64, 24 square is 576. So overall, you by solving overall, you will get 36, 64, 100, 676. So 676 is the square root of 26. So the resultant of their magnitude is 26. Okay. Now next question is the vertical component, the vertical component of a vector is equal to the is equal to its horizontal component. So what is the angle made by the vector with x-axis? Now see what the question is saying. Suppose that was x-axis, this was y-axis, and a vector is there, a vector, which is inclined at an angle theta. Okay. So we know that its horizontal component is, you can take the name O P Q. So the horizontal component is AX and the vertical component is AY. So what is given in the question? The question is saying that a vector is equal to its horizontal vector component vector is equal to its horizontal component. Means the A vector is equal to its, sorry, the vertical component of a vector is equal to its horizontal component. So what it means that AY vector, AY equal to AX, and what is the value of AY? We know that the AY equal to A sine theta and AX is A cos theta. Now sine theta upon cos theta is equal to A upon A, which is equal to 1. So sine theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So tan theta equal to 1. So theta equal to tan inverse of 1. And what is tan inverse of 1? 45 degree. So the angle between them is 45 degree. And if you don't know the inverse, so you can simply find by tan theta equal to 1. So you will take tan theta equal to tan 45. So theta is equal to 45 degree. So the angle between the two vector is 45 degree. Now next is your large answer type question. The state parallelogram law of vectors derive an expression for the magnitude, derive an expression for the magnitude and the direction of the resultant vectors. I have proved this earlier. So the parallelogram law of vector addition states that if two vectors can be represented by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their resultant is given by the diagonal of the parallelogram r vector, which is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Clearly, so the value of that r vector is equal to under root of a square, a vector square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So that was your parallelogram law of vector addition, and the proof of vector parallelogram law of vector addition is this. So what we have taken, I have taken a parallelogram PQSO in which PQ is equal to a vector, PB is equal to b vector. Okay, and now this side SQ is parallel to PB, so SQ is parallel to PO. So the value of SQ is also B vector and OS is parallel to PQ. So the value of OS is A vector. Now what do I take? I have taken SN perpendicular to PQ by constructing SN perpendicular to PQ. So the both inclined at an angle theta because they are on the same side of the parallel axis. Okay. So what we have taken in triangle SQN, sine theta is sine Sn upon OS. Sn upon QS. Sn upon QS. So QS is B vector. So what will you get? Sn equal to B sine theta. And cos theta is Qn upon Qn upon QS. So the value of Qn is equal to B cos theta. Now, in right angle triangle PSN, applying Pythagoras theorem. So see the triangle PSN. So I'm applying Pythagoras theorem. So PS square is equal to SN square plus PN square. and we can write Pn as Pq plus Qn. Okay, what we have to do, Ps square is equal to Sn square plus Pn square, and Pn can be written as Pq plus Qn. Pq is a vector and Qn is b cos theta vector. On solving, we will get r square as under root a square plus 2 b square plus 2ab cos theta. And the direction can be given by the angle. By finding the angle tan theta in triangle PSN, tan theta is Sn upon Pn. Sn is b sin theta and Pn is a plus b cos theta. So theta equal to tan inverse of b sin theta upon under root a upon a plus b cos theta will be the direction of that vector. Okay. So that was the your parallelogram law of vector addition. Now next question is define unit vector, null vector, and position vector. And position vector. We know that unit vector is a vector which gives the direction of a vector, and the unit vector can be represented by a cap. So I have discussed this earlier. The starting, and null vector is a vector which have magnitude of 0. Now come to the position vector. Okay, I forgot to taught you the position vector. So the position vector gives the position of a particle. The position of a particle is described by a position vector described by a position vector which is drawn from the origin of a reference frame of a reference frame. Okay, the position vector helps to locate the particle in a space. The particle in a space. Wait. So suppose that was your x-axis, that was y-axis, that was z-axis. Okay. Suppose a vector is there, p vector. So this is A, this is O, this is P. So OP equal to R vector, and the value of R vector is xi cap, means it is at x direction from x axis, y direction from y axis, and z direction from z axis. So xi plus yj plus zk will be your position vector. Position vector means simply which gives the position of the vector, is known as the position vector. Okay, so that's for your question. Parallelogram of law of vector addition comes 2 or 3 times. Similarly, 5 to 6 times triangle law of vector addition. Now wait 1 minute. So that are the important question of the resolution of a vector. Now come to the next part. That was your multiplication of a vector. Okay, we have done a half part of a vector. Now come to the half another part of a vector. Multiplication of our vectors. Multiplication of our vectors. So suppose a vector is a vector equal to a x I cap. No, sorry. So multiplication of vector. In this topic, we have three another topic. First topic is multiplication of a scalar by a vector. Second one is scalar or dot product. Third one is cross or vector product. Cross or vector product. Now come to the first one. That was a multiplication of a scalar by a vector. Okay. So first topic is your multiplication of a scalar by vector. Suppose, no, say I'm giving this by example. No, sorry. First thing I'm taking in a statement. So A equal to AXI cap plus AYJ cap plus AZK cap will be any vector. Okay. Now if I multiply a component B by A vector, a scalar by B vector. So what is the value of B vector? B times of AXI cap plus B times of AYJ cap plus B times of AZK cap. Simply, I am saying that if you multiply any scalar by vector, so its quantities also multiply by all quantities from also multiply by B vector. And similarly, the magnitude of B vector is B A vector is under root of B AX whole square plus B AY whole square plus B AZ whole square. Now, if you take B common from all, so you will get B square AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. So if you take B common, so you will get B of under root of AX whole square plus AY whole square plus AZ whole square. So which is equal to B times of mod A. Okay. So the value of magnitude is also B times of mod A. Simply see the example. Suppose A vector equal to 2i minus 2j plus 3k. Okay. Now, if you find the magnitude A vector mod A, so you will get under root of 2 whole square plus minus 2 whole square plus 3 whole square. So, under root of 2 whole square is 4 plus 4 plus 9. So, 8 plus 9 is under root of 17. Now, you have to find 3a vector. So what is 3a vector? 3a vector means multiply all the terms in A with 3. So 3 times of 2i minus 3 times of 2k plus 3 times of 3k. So 3 into 2 is 6i cap minus 6j cap. So this is j cap, j cap minus 6j cap plus 9k cap. So the value of 3a vector is 6i cap minus 6j cap plus 9k cap. Now the find the magnitude of 3a vector. So magnitude of 3a vector is 6 whole square minus 6 whole square plus 9 whole square. Now, sorry, 36 plus 36 plus 81. So 72 plus 81 is 2 or 1 3 and then 153. So 153, we can write 153 as 9 into under root 17. So if you take 9 under root common, so you will get 3 times of root 17. Three times of root 17. Okay, that was clear. Now second one is your cross product or dot product. Now second topic is your dot or scalar product. Scalar or dot product. Now what is scalar or dot product? It is defined as a product. It is defined as the product of the magnitude of vectors as the product of the magnitude of the vectors A vector and B vector and the cosine of angle between them and the cosine of angle theta between them. Okay, so that was one vector B vector, that was one vector A vector, and the angle between them is theta. So what is the scalar dot product A dot B, which is equal to mod A mod B cos theta. So the value of A dot B is mod A mod B cos theta. Okay, clear? Now, special cases. When two vectors are parallel to each other, are parallel to each other, so the angle between them is 0 degree. So if the angle between them is 0 degree, so A dot B is equal to cos, so cos 0 equal to 1. So A dot B is equal to mod A mod B. Now second, if the angle between them is 90 degree, then what will happen when two vectors are perpendicular to each other? When two vectors are perpendicular to each other, perpendicular to each other. So the angle between them is 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. So A dot B is also 0 because A dot B is equal to mod A mod B cos theta. If this term will be 0, so 0 into something is 0. So A dot B equal to 0. So A dot B equal to 0. Now come to the third part, when two vectors are anti-parallel to each other. Third one is when two vectors are anti-parallel to each other. Anti-parallel to each other. If the two vectors are anti-parallel to each other, so what is the theta between them? Theta between them is 180 degree, and the value of cos 180 is -1. So A dot B is equal to negative of mod A mod B. Okay. So that are the three cases when two vectors are parallel to each other. So the angle between them is 0 degree. So A dot B is mod A mod B, and the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Then the angle between them is 90 degrees. So A dot B equal to 0. And the third case is that angle between them is 180 degrees. So cos 180 equal to -1. So A dot B equal to minus of mod A mod B. Okay, now how we can find the dot products? We have know the formula that A dot B equal to mod A mod B cos theta. Now, how we can find A dot B? So suppose A equal to AXI cap plus AYJ cap plus AZ K cap, and B vector is equal to BXI cap plus BYJ cap plus BZ K cap. Now, if you multiply A dot B, so what will you get? Now see here how we can find a dot B. So for finding A dot B, remember one thing. If AXI cap plus AYJ cap plus AZK cap multiply with BXI cap plus BYJ cap plus BZK cap, so only ith term multiply with ith term, jth term multiply with jth term, kth term multiply with kth term. Why this can be happen? So see here. So suppose this is the vector. It has three axes: x axis, y axis, z axis. Unit vector in x direction is I cap, unit vector in y direction is j cap, unit vector in z direction is k cap. Okay, suppose a vector is there also. So I dot I is equal to, apply the A dot B formula, mod A mod B cos theta, I mod I cos 0 degree. So mod I is 1, mod I is 1, cos 0 is 1. So I dot I is always 1. Now see I dot G. So I dot J, the angle between them is 90 degree. So mod I cap, mod J cap, cos 90. So the value of cos 90 is 0. So 1 into 1 into 0 is equal to 0. Now next is I dot K cap. So I dot K cap is equal to mod I cap, mod K cap, and cos 90. Angle between them is cos 90. So mod I is 1, mod K is 1, cos 90 is 0. So the value of I dot K is also 0. Now J dot J. J dot J. J dot J is also mod J cos 0 degree. So mod J is 1, mod J is 1, cos 0 is 1. So it is equal to 1. So J dot I equal to mod J mod I cos 90. So it is also 0. So I dot K, J dot K is also mod K cos 90. So again it is equal to 0. Similarly, K dot K is 1 and rest all thing is 0. So what we conclude from here? We conclude from here that I dot I cap is equal to J dot J cap. I dot I is 1. I dot J is 0. I dot K is 0. J dot I is 1. J dot I is 0. J dot J is 1. J dot K is 0. J dot J is 0. J dot J is 1. J dot I is 1. J dot K is 0. J dot J is 1. J dot J is 0. J dot J is 1. J dot J is 0. J dot J is 1. J dot K is 0. k dot k is 0, sorry, k dot I is 0, k dot I is 0, k dot j is 0, and k dot k is 1. That's why I'm saying that only AXI component multiply with BXI component. Okay, if you multiply AXI component with BYJ component, so AX into BY, but I dot J is 0, so that's why whole value is 0. And AX into AX component, I component with the K component of B. So on multiplying, you will get AXI with BZK. So AX BZK. So also again you will get 0 value. So you will get AX BX, the value AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Okay, so that was your dot product. Now come to the properties of dot product. As that dot product is 2I minus j plus 3k and b vector equal to minus I plus 2j minus k. So on multiplying, we'll take another value. Huh? Wait. I'm taking another value. 3I minus 2j plus 5k. Now multiply a dot b. So a dot b is multiply I term with I term. So you will get 2 into 3. Then I dot I is 0. I dot I is 1. So minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 2. Next 3 into 5. So 2 into 3 is 6. 1 into 2 is 2. 3 into 5 is 8. Sorry, 3 into 5 is 15. So 15, 6, 21 to 23. Now if you find b dot a, so b dot a is also 3 into 2 plus minus 2 into minus 1 plus 5 into 3. So 6 plus 2 plus 15. So again you will get 23 as answer. So what we conclude from here? We conclude from here that a dot b is equal to b dot a. Okay. So what are the properties? First property is a dot b is equal to b dot a. That means it follows the commutative rule. Second property is that it follows the associative rule. A dot b plus c is equal to, okay, that's what a distributive rule. Huh? Sorry, that was a distributive rule. A dot c. Now third one is associative rule. A dot b dot c is equal to a dot b dot c. It follows the cancellation rule that a dot b is equal to a dot c. So what it means? that B vector is equal to C vector. Now next, if two vectors are perpendicular, then A dot B equal to 0. And if two vectors are parallel, if two vectors are parallel to each other, so the A dot B is equal to mod A mod B. Okay. So that's all for today. In the next video, I will discuss about the cross product and the question that are arises from this chapter. Okay. So that's all for today. If you have any doubt, so you can send that doubt or question to madam or sir. They will forward me and I will provide you solution in the video part. Okay. That's all for. Thank you everyone.